Trump has called this legal battle a political witch hunt, an attempt to hurt his candidacy. You wrote a book about it. What do you see happening here, and even the events this week with 34 indictments being handed down on Tuesday?
I've been doing this 60 years. I've never heard of a case where a prosecutor ran for office on the promise to get somebody particular. And the title of the book, Get Trump, I didn't make that up. It comes from the campaign pledges of the district attorney and the attorney general of New York. It should be illegal. It should be unethical for any prosecutor to run on a campaign of getting somebody. And what Bragg did, he's the DA, he ran and he won. And then he rummaged through all the statute books and he said, there's nothing here. I can't prosecute him. And so several of his staff members quit. The New York Times reported there was enormous pressure on him. So he went back and he checked again. And he made up a misdemeanor and then he stapled it to a made up felony. And 1 and 1 equals 11, according to him. It's really 0 plus 0 equals 0. They came up with nothing. Let me explain to you what the theory of the misdemeanor is to start. The theory of the misdemeanor is when a person pays $130,000 to make sure that the person who's accusing him of adultery doesn't ever go public. When he pays that $130,000 hush money, he is then obligated to make that payment public on his corporate forms. And so the world will know why he paid the $130,000 hush bond. Has anyone in the history of the world ever been prosecuted for not truthfully disclosing the payment of hush funds? You know, from the time Alexander Hamilton, one of our founding fathers, paid hush money more than $130,000 by the standards of the day to make sure Mrs. Reynolds didn't disclose their adulterous affairs, no one has ever required somebody to then go on the public record and disclose it. That's the bottom line of the misdemeanor charge brought by Bragg. And then he turns it into a felony by saying, aha, but the real purpose, he tried to hide taxes. It would have involved maybe 1 hour of work by Donald Trump to earn the money to pay the few $1,000s in taxes. Moreover, there's no argument that he ever filed a false tax return. They say in his mind, when he wrote down that they were legal expenses, he intended to take deductions, and that would have been unlawful. It is such a stretch that in 60 years of doing this, I've never seen anything like it. And I'm not a Trump supporter. I'm a Democrat. I want to vote against Trump for the third time, but I don't want a local DA to interfere with my right to vote against him and other people's rights to vote for him.
Yeah, and Alan, you've always gone to the letter of the law, regardless of the client, regardless of the charges, right. Because you believe in the letter of the law. You believe in the First Amendment. You spent your whole life trying to defend that because you think that's what all freedom is based on, the Constitution is based on. You know, they are throwing out these details of the salacious affair, the porn star, and they're trumping this up in a PR campaign. And that's what gets people's attention. And that's probably what's given this some gravitas with the public. But you're saying ultimately, the law doesn't care about that. You can pay someone to be quiet. There wasn't a crime here, right?
No, in fact, there was a crime. The crime was by Stormy Daniels saying through her lawyer to Trump's lawyers, if you don't pay hush money, we will go public. That's called extortion. Now, the defense to that is, no. She didn't say she would go public. She said she would file a lawsuit, which would be made public. But if the threat was that she'd file a lawsuit, then the payment to her was a legal expense. And there was nothing wrong with what he wrote on his corporate forms. So one way or another, they just don't have a crime. But it sounds like a crime because it's payment of hush money. Wow, that doesn't sound right. It's putting a false statement on a form. That doesn't sound right. But when you look at the law, it may be wrong, but it's not unlawful.
So Jim Rickards has just recorded a video that's not available to anyone in the public, and he's going to be talking about how this upcoming recession is going to be fast, it's going to be bloody, it's going to be nasty. But at the same time, he's going to show you how you can position yourself to profit from all of this chaos. Now, we've made this video only available to our viewers. Go to londonreal.tv/Jim. Watch that immediately. I can't say enough good things about Jim Rickards. He understands the global economic system better than any guest I've ever had on London Real. His predictions are almost uncannily true, and you can learn how to profit from his vision, from his expertise, and his understanding of economics. So go to londonreal.tv/Jim or click the link below. It's an excellent, excellent look on what's going to happen in the future and how you can position yourself to profit from that. Jim is one of the best in the business, one of my favorite guests on London Real, and he's very, very good at predicting the future and showing us all to profit from it. So click the link, and I hope you enjoy. Hey, do you want to profit from crypto? Then join my DeFi Academy. The Crypto DeFi Academy will help you create generational wealth. But don't take my word for it. Listen to my students.
When I first got into crypto, I remember thinking to myself, I need to learn more. Brian Rose, learning crypto, learning DeFi, gotta do it.
I am so grateful that I jumped in and did this. I had to break through some limiting beliefs that I can do this, that I can afford this, that I can be in this.
It challenges the things that are deeply rooted within us.
Joining DeFi Academy has been one of the best decisions I have made on my blockchain journey.
This course was a life changer, a game changer, a huge eye-opener, coming from knowing practically nothing at the speed of the learning over 4 weeks was just fantastic.
The information you provided in this class was invaluable.
I feel far more confident in my next steps.
You took complex concepts and made them easier to understand.
What's different than so many other ones is it just doesn't tell you what to do. It actually makes you do it.
This is for people who are serious about becoming traders. This is the way it should be done.
I realized from this learning experience again that it is not about what you learn, but about who you learn it from.
The energy was insane. I've never experienced such incredible energy on a live call. Brian Rose, you are a legend, my friend.
It's the only thing in the market where you can get all information and learn everything what you need to know.
Everything is so clear and so well done, and I'm just forever grateful for this program.
It made me feel so much more confident about crypto than I did before.
I did not anticipate how passionate I was going to become about it.
It's also been like a big learning experience for me, not just in the crypto space, but just in overall balance of life.
What I've learned is, how to take ownership, of my life in a way that I really hadn't before.
Yeah, you can't put a price on that, really.
I would recommend it to anybody, top notch.
Excellence does not come cheap. So if you want excellence, you got to pay for it, but it's so worth it.
Pull the trigger. That's what this course is about.
You're not going to regret it, really. It's amazing.
Thank you, Brian and team.
So what are you waiting for? Crypto is happening now. Click the link below, submit your application, and let me mentor you on how to create generational wealth and build the decentralized financial infrastructure of the future.